One moment. All right, cool beans. Here we go. What's up, everybody? It's your guy Z Fly, and we are live. That's right. It's time to keep it really hot all summer long. Once again, on Sunday nights, 8 p.m. right here on StreamYard, Fly World Media. You know how we do. So now is definitely the time to go ahead and let all your friends, family, and coworkers know that guess what? Right now, those people they keeping it really hot right now. So definitely let them know. We are live on YouTube /RHF. And then also, if you are on Facebook, then definitely check us out on Facebook as well. Facebook /Real Hot Fresh. So we have another really great show for you tonight. And once again, we have some really great guests joining us tonight, looking to try to be that next real hot fresh host. So once again, we're going to see exactly what they have. We definitely want to know your comments. We want to hear your comments. If you like them, if you don't like them, if you don't care, let us know. Also, too, we definitely want to hear your chat and hear what you have to say. So definitely be sure to, hit us up on Facebook. I will be, reading your comments live. So definitely hit us up on Facebook and also on YouTube. You can show us some love as well. All right, so let me go ahead and get this show started. So I have my host with me, Mr. Troy Weeks. Music is in the building,
Yes,
and
yes,
also
yes.
and also joining us tonight, we have Lolo without in the know. He has on in the know tonight, but he is definitely here tonight. So thank you guys for being here so much. We definitely have a full panel tonight, and I'm so excited about tonight's show, and I can't wait to get started. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and introduce. So once again, everybody, we are definitely looking for those next real hot, fresh hosts. You know what I'm saying, to add on to this crew to make it even more dynamic than it already is. So let's go ahead and meet and see who we have with joining us tonight. So, looking very colorful and lovely as you all can see, we have Miss Spinks. She is here, and she is going to tell us a little bit about herself, where she's from, and all that good stuff. So, Spinks, let us have it.
Hey, I'm Spinks. I'm from Westchester. I was working with the animal right now with COVID. I'm switching over to music. So now I'm switching lanes. So, this is a new venture. So I'm trying things out.
Okay. Cool beans, really, really sweet and simple. That's
Hmm.
what's up. Everybody was Spinks, and then of course we have Mr. JoJo Summer. He got his on. He's in all white, got his white brim hat on. I'm trying to figure out what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. So Mr.
Yeah.
JoJo Summer, talk to the people.
Good evening. My name is JoJo Summer. I'm a writer and actor. I'm a comic. I did a comedy show last night out in Brooklyn. We tore it up. We'll probably do it again in August. Just basically an entertainer. I'm into media. I saw your ad on Craigslist. That's why I'm here tonight, and I appreciate you having me.
Okay. Go ahead, look. Go ahead and I'll shout out to Craigslist right quick. That's what's up. So everybody, so they are here definitely keeping it really hot all summer long with us. Trying to be that next real hot fresh host. So once again, let us know what you all think of their performance tonight. You can hit us up once again on Facebook /Real Hot Fresh or YouTube /RHF. Or you can hit us in the DM on Instagram at Real Hot Fresh. There we go. Tonight we're going to be talking about some really great topics. We're going to be talking about birth controls for males. Who will do
Ooh.
that? Well, okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Okay, I
all
got
right.
something for you.
Oh, wait, okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all covered up.
Okay, all right.
Also too, also too, we're gonna be talking about that Jeffrey Epstein and so much more. But right now I'm gonna let Mr. Troy Weeks take it away. Troy, you got it, or you want me to keep on driving?
Keep it driving for one more second. My laptop's pulling up, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. I want to be professional and be looking at you the whole time. So just kick this first segment off for me. Our first topic of the day, shall we
Yeah,
say, with the mailbox.
Troy. Troy, that's my boy. I got you. I got you. All right, everybody. So with that being said, so we're gonna go ahead and get into our first segment of tonight, and this segment is called the mailbox. So if you are a new listener, the mailbox is basically just that, MALE box. We shed light on the male's life. A lot of times people think that a man is a man. You should be a man. You should act like a man. Anything outside of the society or tradition thoughts of a man is always going to be wrong. But the mailbox actually sheds light that what I'm saying, males are a little bit more. we have more layers than just what society thinks. So let's go ahead and dive into tonight's mailbox topic. So tonight's topic is, a lot of guys who do not engage in sports, being put in a weak, sissy, and the gay zone. Now, why is this a
Would you call
thing?
me?
So,
No, I'm just kidding.
okay, listen, I call you a sissy. Look, if you don't play basketball, you are a sissy. You hear me? So you know what I'm saying? So over the years, for decades, for centuries, this has been a thing. If you're a male, you're expected to, engage in sports. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, a lot of times, whenever, especially dads, if whenever they find out that they're gonna have a son, oh, cool, he's gonna be the next
Football
Michael
star.
Jordan.
Right.
Oh, he's gonna be in soccer with me. He's gonna be in baseball. You know what I'm saying? Already putting pressure on a male, and you know what I'm saying? He's just an infant. So why is this a thing? Why do we, expect males to, engage in sports, and then if they don't, we look at them as weak, sissy, or gay? Lolo, I'm gonna start off with you. Why do you think? Why is this a
Oh,
thing, Lolo? Why is this a thing?
Oh, why are you starting out with me? Why me, huh? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna,
Um,
well, I gotta start with somebody.
no, 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 I was not one to be ever into sports. I tried sort of when I was in school, at school, like, but it just, I was more like a creative type. I was more like an entertainer. I was trying to do like a play or something instead. I personally was never like bullied into like, you know, trying to be into sports or talked down to like you're a sissy. But I know that's definitely a big part of people's culture. Like when you are a kid, you have to, that's what a man does. It's like you get into sports and you kind of play activities and play with other men, like very manly sports. And I think there's just a lot of pressure on men to do that, especially when you're a kid. It could be for different reasons. For like I said, culturally, I know a lot of people put that pressure on their sons when they're young. Um, and I don't know. It's like it just. I think sports is like it like represents what a man is. I think in a way, it's very masculine, very macho. And if you don't do that, or if you do something that's like I said, more creative, like myself, then you're like considered a sissy, or you're talked down to, or you're less than. But I say, put on your tap shoes, get on your jazzercise top, and shake what your mama gave you. And if that's not a football, and if that's a beret, or if that's a baton instead, you live your best life and you be your true authentic self. So
Mm,
just
I
like
love it.
that.
yes.
So okay, so now JoJo Summer, what are your thoughts on this? I feel like you now actually, where do you live? Are you
I live in
either
Harlem,
where do you live?
USA, sir.
Okay, here we go. Harlem, USA. So now Harlem, USA.
I'm
Definitely
representing.
back.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh.
Listen. If not
Harlem
getting
all day.
twisted, but
I'm from
listen.
Harlem too. Let's get it.
Hmm.
Okay, look, what's that? Okay, look. So definitely, I mean, like even today, but definitely back in the day, what I'm saying. Harlem was like one of those tough places that what I'm saying. You got to come correct, and I'm pretty
Rucker
sure,
tournament, 55th.
say it again.
Rucker tournament, 155th and 8th.
Exactly.
Legendary basketball.
Very legendary. So let me tell you something. So now, so what are your thoughts? Why do you think this is a thing with males? Why is this a thing? Why are males
Well,
pressured to be in sports?
I don't necessarily know if they're pressured. I can say this. I played sports all my life. My first sport was baseball, followed by basketball, followed by football, followed by martial arts. But when I was in high school and college, it wasn't a thing that if you weren't into it, you were a sissy, you were gay. You have your athletes, you have your intellectuals, you have your creators, you have this and that and the third. And I just think it's just immature thinking for you to look down on somebody because they're not doing what you do. I think it may be natural for a male, especially a black male, and even other males today, to want their sons to play sports because there's so much money in it, they can go to that next level, but it's not for everybody. If I was to have a son, I would push him into sports for the fact that it's physical fitness, and I want him to be mentally trained as well as physically trained. But as far as sports being related to a male sexuality, there's a simple reason for that. Because women chase athletes and they just like they chase entertainers. So that's the sexuality part of it. But I never look down at men who didn't play sports.
Okay, sounds good. Now, Spence, now you are the only female on the panel tonight, unfortunately. So now I definitely
Yeah.
want to know from
It's all right. That's all right.
okay. I said I definitely want to hear from you. So now let's say, what I'm saying, you're getting to know a guy and then, you found out that, maybe he's not into
Mhm.
basketball, baseball, or football, but maybe he's more into art or, interior
Right.
design. Or, what I'm saying, how would you feel, what I'm saying, knowing that a lot of times, the sport is the thing that people think whenever they think of a guy.
Well, I guess in my experience, I'm a creative, so I those like society about certain things or like gender roles. I think normalize be masculine. But like, if you want to do sports, one thing's volleyball, softball, like things that are more feminine. So if you want to play football, it's like that tomboy masculine. Both sides is kind of like just like see as all right, that's what you should be doing because that's your space. Nowadays, we see girls playing football, we see them playing basketball, so more it's do. So I think it depends on the person. Like if that's the case, then I mean it's still sad if we think that way. But I on my end, I think that is changing.
Okay. Cool thing. And just speaking, speaking for myself, I definitely remember, growing up, and I'm very tall, I'm about 5'11", so people just automatically thinking, oh, you're gonna be on basketball, oh, you should try out for basketball, but I just remember never really being into basketball at all, and so I actually did go into baseball, but it still really wasn't my thing because I was more of a creative. I created a cartoon, want to be a singer, so but yeah, I definitely do remember just being pressured and just having the assumptions that because you are a guy, you are black, you are tall, that yeah, you should just go straight to basketball. But it definitely didn't work for me. Troy, any thoughts on this topic?
Yes. So I'll take it back, like you said before, old school. I know that's the old school traditional way of doing things. Was like my brother said earlier that the girls chase the athletes, that kind of thing. That's the old school way of doing things. But I feel like today's society nowadays things are
Uh-oh, and I think we lost Troy.
Hmm.
He lost
I
his
think we lost.
basketball.
We really did. Okay.
Can I add
All
something to
right.
that?
Cool. Yes. Go ahead.
Well, I want to say, I consider myself to be a masculine male. I certainly love being a man, but I'm also in touch with my, feminine side. And I think for a male to be a well-rounded individual, he definitely should be in touch with his feminine side, and it definitely helps him relate, to the female and what her needs are and what our aspirations are. So all this macho stuff, I've never gone for. It's like in the Western world, you go to an interview, you shake somebody's hand, and it's a man. He has to try to crush your hand. You got to try to crush his hand. I just think that's ridiculous. It's like I don't think you have to walk around proving your masculinity or your manhood. If you're a man, you carry yourself like a man. Tell other people to know that you're a man.
Very true. Very true. Thank you for that. I definitely agree. So everybody, so
Men
we
are too
definitely want to know.
competitive for my taste,
Yeah,
especially black men.
exactly. Too competitive. Too competitive. So everybody, we definitely want to know what you all think as well. Once again, you can hit us up live. Um, here we go. You can hit us up live on Facebook /Real Hot Fresh or on YouTube /RHF. Leave your comment. I would definitely read it live on air. All right, cool. So we're definitely going to go ahead and welcome back Troy Weeks.
Jess, can you
We're
hear me?
definitely going to go ahead and get into. I hear you. Yes,
Okay,
we hear you.
good.
Great. All right, so I'm gonna show Troy. Can I turn this over to you? We're gonna go ahead and
Yes.
get into our first ad. What you got to talk
Yes.
about?
Yes, I got that right now. You won't see my face because I got it in a special place, but I'm definitely here. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Awesome too. So our first ad of today, ladies and gentlemen, is to tune in to Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh all summer long. We're here each and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can find us on Facebook /Real Hot and Fresh, also on YouTube /Real Hot Fresh. Check us out, y'all.
Definitely. That's what's up. All right, everybody. So definitely be sure to tune us in Sunday nights. All right, so we are going to keep the show moving. Right now we are going to go ahead and get into our first topic of the night. Once again, I definitely want to thank our guest host who's keeping it really hot all summer long, Miss Spence and JoJo Summers. They is in his house, the virtual his house. All right, so All right, so let's go ahead and get into this first topic of tonight, people. So tonight we are talking about there's a possible birth control for men. That's right. A new birth control on the horizon. What's so funny?
Out there,
Yeah,
Now
nothing.
listen, now listen,
I'll tell you what's funny in a minute.
listen. This birth
You
control.
about to find out what's funny.
I ain't gonna. This birth control,
Yeah.
it will require men to get a shot
Uh-huh.
in their, in their manhood.
Mm-hmm.
So the question tonight is, do you think this method will be effective? Jojo Summers, I'm gonna start with you. Do you feel like a shot,
Yeah, start with me.
in
Start with me.
yes, that's right, that's
I'm gonna
right.
tell you why it's not gonna be effective with black men. I don't know a
Why
black man
not?
somebody come near his penis with a needle. Okay, it's just not
Talk
happening.
about it.
If anybody comes near my penis, it's gonna be a fine doctor, white or black, and she's only coming near my penis with some red velvet cake, some whipped cream on her mouth. And she is
Oh,
not coming near my penis with no needle.
Oh,
That out
wait
is
a
not gonna be
minute.
effective with the brothers. I'm sorry. I'll break that needle over her head.
Oh my gosh. Okay, then wait a minute now. Okay, so now, all right, but okay, so it won't be effective with the brothers.
Not with
However,
the
but
brothers.
women haven't. Well, listen, women have been taking birth control since since it's been invented. So now, but now, so is it fair for women to continue to always be the one to have to take birth control?
No, I don't think it's fair. But
Mm,
since men really
right.
run the medical profession the way it's been, I think birth control pills cause cancer and other things. But there's certainly other methods. But it's never going to be fair for a female as long as this is a male-dominated society. But I'm still going to say, ain't nobody coming near my privates with a needle, unless I happen to need stitches and they need to sew something back on.
so, so so Spence. So let me ask you a question. So if you're dating a guy, would you want your guy to have a shot? Have this birth control method? Would you want to date a guy or have your guy go through this?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh yeah, I was saying that now, if you're dating a guy or if you're a guy, would you want your guy to have this birth control method? Would you want your guy to go through this?
That would be his choice because I think that, for me, someone who has been on birth control for years, I mean, that's a judgment that you have to take for yourself because if you don't want to have kids, I think you'll do anything to not be in that situation. So I'm not gonna family and I, pop up and you didn't want to pull out, that's your business. So that's what it is. So the
Okay, and she's
is that you don't want to have you could done. But we have to go through so many things with our bodies. So I think it's time for them to step up and, take the heat of it and be like, all right, go.
okay. So now let me read some of the factual information that I have. So actually, so it's not here yet, but they definitely said that it could be here within the next few years. It does say after years of human trials, the drug called RISUG, an acronym for reversible inhibition of sperm under guidance, is ready. It is a vicious gel which inactivates the sperm. The effectiveness of the second part of the treatment is an injection which dissolves the gel, hopefully reversing the effects and allowing a man to father a child. Hasn't yet been tested in humans, though it has worked on, in animal studies. So that's another thing too, is they don't know that if it can be reversed right now. So that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's right. Also, it says that this would be a world class contraceptive for men. It is safe and
Mm-hmm.
effective and lasts
Mm-hmm.
for long. We expect it will be clear for production in the very near future. But there are some questions over whether this is truly a reversible contraceptive, and also too, for those people who's thinking, oh, okay, like if the men who may take it whenever it is available, it does say that like other non-barrier methods, the contraceptive injection wouldn't protect against sexually transmitted infections. So you still have that. So this is crazy. I mean, it's really something really out there. Lola, what are your thoughts on a shot for male birth control?
um, it sounds Well, this sounds very new still, and like it seems like it's not something that they have very many studies on. So I don't know how the long-term effects it has, and if there are any. I know I actually been reading up on it, and there are some possible side effects. So the fact that it's new, and not that much research developed on it yet, is something that I wouldn't be doing, and I'm also not worrying about getting a girl pregnant because I don't have any relations with women. So
Oh.
I'm Gucci actually, but I think that for men and women that are in relationships or having any sort of physical uh, connection, I think that that's just a conversation that they should have with each other. Whether they're planning on having a family in the future or not, women always have to take all the responsibility with a lot of the contraception, birth control being one of them. But a condom is always something that could be used. And I don't know. I just think it depends on the couple. I think it's a conversation for people to have with each other because it might be a great idea and it might work. Maybe depending on the guy's medical history, maybe he can't. Maybe he's not a candidate. Maybe not every male is a candidate for this shot. So I think there's a lot of different factors and variables as to whom it will benefit. There's also there's old school condoms that just put that on and call it a day, but some people don't like condoms. So then I know some women take birth control for other reasons that is like helpful for them, for their bodies, for some other preventative measures. So I just think it just depends on who it is, and you have to just talk to the person you're with, and yeah, that's it.
Cool beans. Okay, so Troy,
What's
I
that?
believe you're. Yeah, Troy. Any follow up thoughts?
First of all, I'm a dad, and you know that. So I am leaving no contraception, none of that shit. If I have another kid, I have another kid, and that's that. I do want to have another
Ooh.
kid, but I don't think I want to do contraception in any way. Like I don't want that with me. Um, I've just figured out the ways it's been working so far. It's good for me. I'm not injecting nothing in my penis, like my man said earlier.
That
Don't
is
come over here with
correct.
that bullshit because it'll be a real
There'll
big
be no
problem.
injections.
There will be no injections. I'm on that
No.
train with him. So not happening. I don't agree
If
with
the
it
needle
anyway.
don't fit, you must have quit.
No needles. No needles from the Harlem dudes. We don't want no needles.
Can I
We're
say?
not
Can
with
I
it.
say something else?
Go ahead. Go
Can
ahead.
I say
Of
something else?
course.
Don't you
Of
think enough
course.
cops are shooting black men? You think we want some more shots in our privates?
Ooh,
We getting shot by enough cops. We ain't taking no
I'm
shots in our
done.
privates,
I'm
okay? Let's
done.
put a period at the end of this sentence.
No more shots.
I
No
wish
more
you
none of
would
that.
come
No.
near my privates with
No.
a
No,
needle.
no
The
needles.
other
Oh my
the other I just want to say the other side of this coin is and again this every situation and circumstance is different for the couple or the two people involved. I don't know if this is a conversation that you would need to have with a person who you're intimate with, or if it's just something you do for yourself so you have peace of mind for yourself. There's other there's a vasectomy. So like if
Yeah.
you really don't want to like take the chance of having a kid or getting a girl pregnant, or you don't want an oops baby, get a vasectomy. I mean, if you're at a place in your life where you don't want kids or any more kids, just snip. I mean, women aren't the only ones who are responsible for themselves, and who
Right.
have to take all of the responsibility for their, for preventative measures is what I'm trying to say. So
Right.
there are things that men could do if they don't want to take the chance of having a child with someone, whether they're in a relationship with or it's a happenstance one night stand and there's too much tequila involved. um I just don't think that women should have to always be responsible for like both parties. Like it really
Right.
should be a 50-50 thing, and I know that that's not always looked at like that, but women have been doing things. They've got the child, they have the child, they have to be on this birth control, etc. It's like men should take some part, I think, in being responsible as well. That's my
Yeah.
2 cents.
Yeah. Well, no, that's actually a great 2 cents. I actually agree
Well,
because
thank you.
oh, because a lot of us, we have sisters, we have aunts and moms or whatever, and then a lot of times we see how men can treat them. Leave it takes two to make a baby, but a lot of times, the majority of the times, the woman she gets stuck with the child, and then the man they're able to roam their life free and then make other children and not really have any responsibility. So yeah, I definitely do feel that something needs to happen where men take more responsibility. If you're not ready to bring life into the world, then you need to do something so that it doesn't happen. So yeah, I definitely feel that. So, but we definitely want to know what you all think. So let us know. Do you think a birth control and a shot in the penis for a man will work or no? Let us know. And we will definitely read your comments live. All right, so Mr. Troy Weeks, what's next? I think Troy's still with us.
I'm still here. I'm right here.
Okay, cool. All right, Troy, what's next? You got that?
Yes, we got that drunk off the juice, baby. Awesome. Are you ready for it? You got your cups? Are you ready for the drunk off the juiceness? You got your cups? Let's do it.
I got a little cup.
All right, just a little cup. I got a big cup right here. It's a coffee cup. But anyway, let's get to it. Hope you guys can hear me. So this is drunk off the juice. First topic on today's list. More to the story unfolds amidst the August Alsina Smith love triangle. August Alsina hasn't watched the Jada Pinkett Smith Red Table, but says the Smiths are his family. I know a lot of people have been talking about this. It's coming to a conclusion, so that's a good thing. So this is what the article was reading. All good. August Alsina has no hard feelings toward Jada Pinkett Smith or her family after his past romantic relationship with the actress. The Kiss on My Tattoo singer made headlines in June after he claimed that he dated Smith years prior. The Gotham alumni 48 later confirmed their entanglement and explained on July 10th in an episode of Facebook's Watch the Red Table that she was separated from her husband, Will Smith, when the romance took place. Jada's interview recently it reached 600,000 likes from viewers, but Alsina didn't tune in. I have people who've seen it. He told Vulture on Friday, July 17th. I have small clips floating on Instagram and kind of backed off Instagram, but it's definitely brought to my attention the people around me. The New Orleans native does agree with Jada with the use of the words entanglement during the interview to describe what happened between them in 2015. I don't have an issue with anybody's what he said. I love everybody. I love them all. I love them all. They've been my family, and there's a lot of history there. They're beautiful people. They're beautiful spirits, and they really are. So, shout out to them. We're finally getting the truth and all that happened. A lot of people are like talking about it, but, then you saw this post about, forget the August Alsina thing where I was talking about Breonna Taylor's, death and find her killers. All these things happen, but coming to an end on this, they both agree it happened. It is what it is. So now we can put a cap on that. Anybody want to add something really quick before I move on?
Yeah, well, I just want to say that I just think the whole thing is just too much. Like whenever I think of Jada and Will, like, honestly, this didn't surprise me. Like a lot of people, it really surprised. Like it was, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. But it didn't really surprise me because you know what I'm saying. Like just throughout their marriage, you've always heard something like, oh, Will Smith, is he cheating or Jada this? So to me, and then not coming from me, but someone else has said that like just their family is kind of some people use the word weird. I won't say weird, but some people feel look at them as weird anyway. So to me, it definitely wasn't a surprise for me, and I don't know what I don't know. Y'all got anything?
Anybody else real quick?
Well, first of all, I used to think entanglement meant when you put your telephone wire in your pocket and it got all tangled up and then you couldn't open it and use your phone. That's what entanglement was to me. But I guess we've just moved on to another world. Let me say this. I remember a time when black people didn't put their business in the street.
Thanks.
You understand what I'm saying? What happened in your house stayed in your house. But now with Kanye and people like Will and Jada, to me, they're just basically media hogs and they're just putting all their business in the street. Keep your business in your house. Now, obviously, it sells and it's on television because a lot of us just love gossip and lowest common denominator.
Thanks.
They had an open marriage and this and that. This is no secret because they never kept their business private. Me personally, I'm not interested. I don't care what you do. That's your personal business. People are dying from the virus and everybody's laid off. So, there's more important things in the world to discuss. That's my opinion on that.
Facts.
And my wire is getting tangled up right now. Let me untangle my wire. My wire's entangled. Let me get rid of that.
You know what?
Anybody else real quick? No, we good? All right, cool. So number 2 on our list, daytime shock show The Real shit just really got real. Tamara Mari Housley exits The Real talk show. She's leaving the show The Real after 6 seasons. She co-hosted the show since 2013. Lonnie Love.
Everybody, this is that virtual mess. Okay, I think we just
lost two
Troy.
down.
Lost Troy twice.
I know we did.
Come back, Troy,
Where did
please.
Spinks go?
Bear with us. You know, what happened?
No, it's Spinks. The young lady that was just with us. What happened to her? She got discontinued or dis? I
I
mean, did
believe
she cut out?
I hope
I
they didn't
believe
get
she did.
entangled.
I Hello. That's what I'm
It
hoping too.
happens.
It really do. All right, let me see. Can I pick up where Troy left off? So basically, he was talking about Tamara Mowry. She's exiting The Real, so she's leaving her talk show The Real after 6 seasons. She co-hosted the show since 2013, which originally featured her alongside Tamar Braxton, Lonnie Love, Jenny Mai, and Adrian Houghton. For 7 years, my home. Now here she was quoted saying this. Hold on, I think Troy is back. Let me see. Not yet. All right. So she was quoted saying this: "For 7 years, my home and heart has been at The Real. The friendships that I've made there will last a lifetime, and the people that I've had the blessing to interview have changed my life for the better. I'm so proud of what all the ladies and I have accomplished here. Accomplished there, including two well-deserved NAACP Image Award and a Daytime Emmy." She wrote on Instagram. However, all good things must come to an end, and it's with a bittersweet smile. And I announced that I'm moving on. Said to my fellow hosts, I love you. I will always be there for you. Thank you for teaching me, supporting me, and loving all of me. Sisters forever. I'll be rooting for you as I look forward to spending more
Phew.
time with my family, pursuing amazing new opportunities, and embarking on the next chapter of my life. Following on Maury's exit, the remaining hosts include Lonnie Love, Mai, and Halton. Braxton left the talk show back in 2016. Her actor and comedian Amanda Seals also joined the lineup briefly in January, but departed in June of this year. Looks like The Real needs to get real and stop fronting. I think Troy, are you back for this? He's not. Okay, so comments on Tamara's exit from The Real. Did any of y'all even watch The Real?
I did.
No.
I watched it. Not like while it was on the air. I would watch it streaming. Like usually YouTube. I would watch clips of their hot topic panel discussions and just whatever. I don't know, whatever I find interesting on that episode. And I really like Tamara. I've been watching her since like Sister days, and I think she's one of my favorite hosts on that show. I think a lot of people that grew up watching her show, Sister, likes her and has followed her and other things that she's done. Um, I think, if I'm being honest, I think a lot of this has happened because of the pandemic, and I think in the last several months, I mean, Amanda Seals left the show in June for I'm sure different reasons, but I feel like with everything going on in the last several months, I feel like this has been an impact as to why the two hosts left the show. Do you guys think that everything going on in the last few months with the pandemic and the protests and the BLM movement, do you think that all of those things have impacted those two hosts leaving, or do you think that she would have left on her own? Maybe she made a decision like 6 months ago to leave the show.
No, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was here talking and y'all still can't see me. I was seeing everything happening. That was crazy. First of all, it's shocking to me that she's leaving. Well, actually not. Like you said, but the Black Lives Matter and all these things happening. People ain't got time for those kind of things no more. Everybody's issues are different now. After you've been locked up in quarantine for so long, your mindset is different. People are in a different space now. So I'm not shocked that she's leaving. I mean, it's time for them to stop trying to get real, like I said, and what I wrote, like that's real. Like it's a lot. You know, they want this type of image and there's certain thing they're looking for. But if you're gonna be called real, just be real. Get some real people up there, make it happen. I don't know if that's gonna hurt the show though that she's not there because she really held the show down. So that's my point on that. And I do got one more. Hope you guys can hear me. Anybody else before we move on? I want to get to this last one. The devil must be mad because I feel it's juicy and he's cutting me off.
I just want to know,
Right.
what do you,
Well,
really quick,
I think.
do you think, oh,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
Oh, no, I was just
Go
going to
ahead.
say, do you think that going forward, with any show at this moment, everyone's doing everything live from their home, so it's a weird dynamic for any talk show, but just going forward, do you think that The Real is going to try to replace her and Amanda, or do you think that the show's not going to survive once it goes back to air, whenever it does? Do you think that they're going to try to replace the host, or do you think it's going to get axed altogether?
They're
Because they've
gonna
only got 3 hosts now.
they're gonna try and replace her. They're gonna do a try. They're not gonna give up. They're gonna try and replace her. But after that, I don't think they're gonna do another replay. I think they'll just try to place Miss Lady. What's her name? Which one of the twins is it? I can't get my notes right.
Tamara.
Tamara. Make sure Tamara. Make sure, Tamara.
Okay.
Make sure that they replace her. Most likely before they give up. They'll probably replace her before they give up. I'm sure. But that's just gonna be that whole process. When they had all those different people before, was a whole thing. You know, Jocelyn Hernandez and all these different celebrities they had do it. It was different. It was cool, but it was a lot. You know, America got ADD. That's a lot to be dealing with. Changing the host every week and every day and all that. Yeah, it's a lot. So I don't know how it's gonna work, but if they will survive after this, but we'll see. Wendy Williams is still going. I know you watch it. I stopped.
Thank God. What would we do if we didn't have Wendy Williams?
Is she live?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in my kitchen and make a chicken head sandwich right after we end this. So I'm glad Wendy Williams is still on.
You know, I actually stopped watching her. Like, I've never even. I think I watched one of her like lives from her house, and I don't watch any. Honestly, even The View, because I think I'm just, my mindset is not where it was in the beginning. I don't want to watch people doing a show from their house. It's just not the same vibe. And I'm not watching really any TV or movies or anything. I'm doing more creative things, like, making my own content, etc., or TikTok. So I'm not really, I don't know. And also, I think a lot of these shows taper off now anyways for like the summer, because they get like a summer off anyway. So I think a lot of shows will start to end now or in the next month, and then they'll come back in like September, October or something anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Yes.
But is Wendy Williams, is she still doing lives from her house? I thought she stopped there.
No, she's doing live from Popeyes. That's what she's doing. That's what chicken heads do their show from.
No, Taco Bell, because she loves her Taco Bell.
Listen, okay, wait, I got one more.
Hold on, I got some feathers in my throat. Let me get these feathers out my throat.
I got one more.
I'm good.
I'm
good.
So last on the list today.
All right, cool. All right, Troy, are you still with us?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Wait, did we lose Troy again? You know what? Listen,
I'm here.
This virtual has to get better. All right. I think we lost Troy.
You don't hear me talking? I'm here. No? Yeah. No?
You're still there?
I'm still here.
I think Troy went out for some chicken.
Go ahead.
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I don't know what's going on. I'm like in one spot. I don't know. I made sure. Last one on the list. Oh, fuck. Can you hear me? I don't know. This is
going in and out.
Can you hear me now? How about that?
Hear you now.
Awesome. Well, Tamar Braxton, what's going on, sis? Tamar Braxton sent WeTV bosses a letter saying that they made her suicidal weeks ago. Week before Tamar Braxton's apparent attempt to take her own life, the singer turned reality star sent an exonerating email to her network's bosses, accusing them of destroying her family and making her suicidal. Page 6 said, at the height of her unrest over the killing of George Floyd, WeTV execs sent an email to employees, including Braxton and her family, who appeared on the network reality show for over a decade, outlining the company's efforts to support the Black. All right.
The Black community.
Yes. Can you hear me now? Braxton, can you hear me?
Troy, you're kind of going in and out. So I'll read the rest for you. So the Black community, who's in a stable condition after apparently attempting suicide on Thursday night, responded with is in disarray. We fight with each other. We betray each other. Now we're physically assaulting each other. Family values has chosen to show the absolute worst side of a strong, independent, and successful African American family. A show that I created to showcase a strong Black family as a beacon of hope for all the young Black girls and boys out there. Instead, you coach and cajole us into finding the worst in each other, likening to cruel white slave masters who once chained our forefathers and the oppressive police forces that now terrorize our community, she added. I hope those ratings were worth it because I will no longer tolerate being oppressed. I am asking you to break the chains now, and I am suffocating. I can't. The network had selected Love and Hip Hop producer Mona Scott Young to Braxton's Tamar Braxton, Get Your Life. Tamar felt ambushed, said, and was invited to the network to have a meeting to talk about the show and the premise of the show. And right after is Mona, the person she said she did not want to work with. When we put it to Scott Young at Braxton's family members felt that her show on the show contributed to Braxton's unhappiness. And the weeks before her suicide, she responded, "My thoughts and prayers are with Tamar and her family during this difficult time. Praying a lot right there that's going on." Okay. Number one. What are y'all thoughts on this? Okay, so she wrote to the look at Troy. She and said that it was their fault for her suicide. Are we serious? Thoughts, please. Troy, take it back over.
Listen, first of all, I know a lot is happening, but to blame a whole network for your own suicidal thoughts, like that's like, to me, it's a lot deeper than just, they, like, it wasn't like they deliberately like, oh, the Braxton family's so bad, they're this. Like, they may have took things and played pawns with certain things, but for you to say that they made you suicidal, that's deep to me. Like, for you to say that, for her to be like, you made me suicidal, I just think there was a lot going on, and it was easy to tap into that because it was already there and say, look, this is one of the, yeah, you know what? It was them. They did this. You know what? Yeah, they did that. Yo, so I just feel like in this moment, it just was a thing, but I don't get that. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't. That sounds like BS to me. I think she was using that as an excuse. You're on a reality show. I've never heard of anyone who's worked on a reality show who's come out of it. We're like, my relationships are stronger. My family is better. I'm closer. That's not a thing. That's never been a thing, and that never will be a thing. And this is for any reality show at all. She's probably got maybe some mental issues, or maybe some issues behind the scenes that we don't know about, whether it has to do with the show or not. And obviously, if you're going to be on a show and everyone could see your problems, it's going to escalate it, and it's going to. Everyone's got problems. Everyone's got problems, but not everyone's got a camera in front of them all the time. So I'm sure that hasn't helped the situation. So for her to blame the network or the show or the family, whoever she's blaming, it's like, baby girl, no one's got a gun in your head making you do a show. Like, you don't want to do a show, it's too much stress for you. Okay, like, no one's gonna lose sleep over not seeing this family on TV. So that's just like the Kardashians. Like, that'd be like, that's like I think it's Kourtney Kardashian. She's like, she's always talking about she wants to leave the show. It's like, bye girl, no one's stopping you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Like you should have got off the pot. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand this. Like, well, life is so hard. I can't do this. But yeah, you're the first one that's like, camera ready. It's like, I don't. It's just like, it's too much. Don't complain about it the whole time and sign. Yeah, you're signing like another contract for like the next 2 years. Just get off the show. Call it a day. Girl, bye.
Oh, sounds like. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Yes, sounds like drunk off the juice. Got a couple of us a little bit lady.
Well, can I say something about that?
Go ahead, sir, real fast so we close out. Go
Well,
ahead.
I'm a comic, so naturally my mind goes to the funny. But anytime it's about suicide, I don't think there's anything funny about that. I've had those issues in my family. Whatever our issues are, I hope she sees get some help for them. But I think the bigger picture is a lot of people can't handle quote unquote fame in show business. Okay, show business has driven a lot of people crazy. Look what it did to Michael Jackson. We don't even have to talk about Kanye West, do we? I think a lot of people, when they see that red light on that camera, it becomes a bigger narcotic than heroin, and a lot of people are just not prepared to handle it. They think they want fame, but fame comes with an awesome price.
You better talk
and it's a
about
price
it.
I'm not willing to pay.
Talk about it.
I'm in show business, but it's only my little pinky toe.
Yes, you said
There's
that.
a price you pay for fame.
You said that, and that's the truth. And out there, if they ain't heard it, you heard it here first. You heard, like, he's telling the truth on that. So that was drunk off the juice. We do have another ad before we get to our next topic. Are we ready to roll with the ad, Z-Fly? I guess we are. So we're gonna keep these moving. You guys can hear me though, right? You guys can hear me? We good?
Yes, sir.
Cool, awesome. So our second ad up for today is gonna be this. We have a $50 cash giveaway. And to get this $50, you should do one thing: be our MVL, which is our most valued listener. To win, you have to tune into Live at 5 on our Instagram at Real Hot and Fresh, and then also keeping it real hot and fresh all summer long, which is our Sunday night show we do every Sunday. The contest ends on July 31st. So be our MVL. Make sure you tune into our lives. Make sure you tune into our show so you can win that $50. You know, anybody can win this $50. You know, all you
That's a
gotta do
lot
is
of
pay attention.
groceries, baby. That's
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying, right?
groceries.
You don't got
Yes.
to leave the house. You can get
What?
them from our Instacart.
Come on.
Come on, cash out me the money, get you an Instacart, and get your
Sheesh.
groceries with the $50.
Come on.
So
Milk,
be
bread,
our
egg,
MVL.
cheese, all that good stuff. That's some Haagen-Dazs too.
And some Haagen-Dazs.
No,
Come on, all
no,
that.
Come on.
Yes.
no.
Be our
Come on.
MVL.
I don't give a damn about
Yes.
no sneakers. I like my refrigerator to be full.
Come
Okay?
on. Yeah,
Guys got
listen,
on
hope you
$200 sneakers. They got Frankfurters in the refrigerator. Come on,
listen,
get out of here.
listening, ladies. Because if you're
All right, so
listening now,
everybody.
JoJo not with it. Go ahead, T.
Come on. I'm in the groceries, baby. You
So
better
everybody.
believe it.
So yeah. So I love it. So everybody. So yeah. So once again, just because I do know that the virtual listen. Everybody, we're on a virtual platform, so just bear with us. So just in case you didn't hear everything Troy said, he was just saying that we are giving away cash giveaway $50. Easy to win. All you have to do is listen to our show every Sunday night to keep it real. And also tune into our live at 5 on our Instagram at Real Hot Fresh on Wednesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Just to be our most valued
Right here.
comments, all that good stuff. And this contest ends July 31st, and you can easily win. And just like JoJo Summer said, buy you some groceries. But listen, just don't go to Target because $50 does not last long at Target. I'm just
No,
saying.
No,
no,
it
no,
don't.
sir.
Now,
Don't last long at Key Food.
right, exactly. All right, everybody. Once again, we did lose Spence. So hopefully we do apologize. Hopefully she'll be able to log back in. But if not, definitely, we'll be reaching back out to her because we definitely do miss her presence. But we are gonna go ahead and keep this
Keep
show
things moving.
moving on to the next. Yes, to the next topic. So everybody, Jeffrey Epstein. This is so
Oh,
surreal to me because
oh,
here in New
oh,
York, Jeffrey Epstein became a big
oh.
name. But if you all know that Jeffrey Epstein, he was the financier that started on Wall Street and made his way to be a billionaire with a B, billionaire. But also he has many documents, and unfortunately he is not famous. He's what's the opposite? Infamous. Yeah, that's what he's infamous.
Guilty
Yes,
as charged. He guilty as sin.
there you go. There you go. So, he has documents on Netflix called Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich, and so many more. So tonight we're going to be just kind of diving in some of the things that he did, some of the crimes he did. So tonight we're talking about, so much money, so many underage girls, so many crimes. But the question is, why did the girls continue to come back? So I don't know if you watched the Netflix documentary, but I would definitely recommend it. And if you watch it, you'll yes, him and his sidekick, they did, lure these girls, to his compound, his mansions, but
Private
it
island.
wasn't, there. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, the
In there.
islands, the mansions. But the thing about it, these girls, they were never held captive. They could leave, but they kept coming back. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Why did the girls keep coming back? And the girls were 13, 14, 15. Troy Weeks, start us off.
How did first
Have
of
you
all
what?
13 go ahead.
Go ahead. Go. Now let us know. Come on, talk
How
to
did
us.
that
Talk to
13,
us.
14-year-old first of all be able to travel and get herself back over there, back and forth to be involved in these kind of situations? Like, where's your parents at? How are you doing this? So you must live around the corner. You must live a boat ride away and wherever close to where they are. Because there's no way in hell my 13 or 14-year-old daughter is gonna be missing in a place like that. It's just crazy that it happened. That this is even okay.
Right.
Like what? Like it just shows you the world and how crazy things are. That this was happening right under our noses and we didn't know this. But yet, once other celebrities start coming out, things start getting exposed. Like Will Smith was exposed; he was close to them. He was out there hanging out. So once these things start, coming to play, then you start hearing all these things like Alcina coming out and all these other things. Once you start tasting those kind of things, once you get a taste, next thing you know, you can't get enough. So either on both sides, clearly
Right.
they was getting something they wasn't getting where it was going, so they had to go get it where they was getting it. Clearly.
Right. Exactly. I actually did watch the documentary. I mean, I could really go on and on with this topic, but I won't. But I will say that in the documentary, it did show how a lot of the girls who were lured there, a lot of times they actually have friends who say, "Oh, guess what? I know this man. You know, all you gotta do is give him a massage and you can make money." It was like a lot of like middle school, high school type of girls. Some was 14, 15, so maybe 17. And the thing is, they will go thinking that, oh, okay, all I gotta do is massage this man and I get money, you know what I'm saying? But like my thing, but like every time I heard that, even though, I know at 14, 15, 17, whatever, you're immature, but still, I want to know, how are you going to this billionaire, his house, and your parents don't know anything? I mean, like, what do your parents think you are? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like you continue to go back and your parents don't know anything. Like, to me, that just sounds crazy. I don't know. I mean, Lolo, have you heard anything about this? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I've been hearing a little bit more into this story and doing a little bit more research. So his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, I mean former, I don't know what you want to call it, Maxwell, um, sorry, Ghislaine Maxwell. She was also like a co-conspirator in all this. I was listening to a lot of the stories, and a lot of these young girls was lured by his girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell. She was like grooming these women, and making them feel safe and trust that they could trust her. And they were even saying there's alleged abuse from the girlfriend, that she was abusing these young girls as well. So I don't know if people are familiar. I mean, Zipli, you saw the documentary. I'm sure it talked about his girlfriend in the documentary. So I'm sure
Yes.
about the girlfriend. But that's how I don't know. I don't know how these girls got to her in the first place. These young women, these teenagers, these tweens, pretty much. I don't know if they're like lost souls, runaways. I don't know. I can't speak on that. I have not seen the documentary yet. I will see it. I'll have to watch it like one episode maybe every couple of days, because I heard it's kind of dark and it's intense from what I heard. But the girlfriend, I mean, she's being charged too, and she was actually um, put on suicide watch in the prison that she's at, because they're saying that she either she tried to, or they're afraid they don't want her to kill herself before the trial. And
Right.
another question is, did he kill himself or was he murdered? And I was looking at in the New York Post, it was saying that in a lot of the prison suicides that they've seen at the New York jail that he was found dead in, that he has these like fractures on his neck that it doesn't really look like or match from like a suicide hanging. So there's a lot of like sort of like coroner reports and autopsy reports that are like, this doesn't really look like a suicide. Like certain things don't line up. So
Exactly.
that's
Yep. Yep.
another like
Yep. So
toss to the
we're gonna
coin.
get in. We're gonna get into that in just a bit about that part. But yeah, but real quick, Jojo Summers, have you? So what are your thoughts on this Jeffrey Epstein? Why do you feel the girls kept coming back? What are your whole thoughts on this whole
Why did the
disgusting
girls keep
situation?
coming back to see R. Kelly? You're young, you're underage, you probably have low self-esteem, you may be from a broken home, you got somebody showing you diamonds, boats, private jets, etc., etc., etc. It's easy to lure a young girl into that. I mean, let's be real. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
them are, from what I understand, are from broken homes. And if you're using a female to procure them, that makes it even easier for them to come back. And once again, we live in a materialistic society. You're showing underage girls material things that they probably never had. And once again, R. Kelly, Woody Allen, Epstein. I mean, you don't see the tie into all of this?
Right. Exactly. Very, very, very true. I will definitely say you're definitely right, because I do in the documentary it definitely did say that they did reach out to the vulnerable girls, ones who came from broken homes,
Of
you
course.
know yeah, ones who didn't really know any different, ones who needed the money. Um, unfortunately, I mean, it's not funny, but unfortunately, there was one thing where one girl, once again, as she got older, maybe 18-ish, 19, I believe, once again, she was able to leave. But at this point, you know, she was like, oh, well, he made her so many promises. Oh, I'll help you get your license in cosmetology, or whatever it is that, that she wanted. So she was like, well, if I leave, then I won't get this. So then it became a point where they wanted the abuse because they felt like they would get something in the end. Also too, not only did he have his own island, but he also had mansions here in New York. He had mansions in New Mexico and Palm Beach in Florida, and I think somewhere in Paris. So so this man is all over the world, and it's really sad when if you think of a billionaire like this who basically has made it, what I'm saying, all the way to the top, but you're already at the top, and the best thing you know what to do is sex traffic girls. That's
It's
that's
like
really
this.
a sad.
Wasn't he hanging out with Trump and the Clintons?
Hmm.
Okay, well, holes
Yeah.
of a
Oh
feather.
yeah.
Let's just be real. Okay,
Uh
that's what my
oh.
grandma told me. Holes of a feather flock together.
Okay. That is so true. That
Don't
is what
start
they
me.
say. That is what they say. So everybody, we definitely want to know what are your thoughts. We're gonna continue with this topic right after this break. Coming up next, we're gonna delve more into what Lola was saying, and just talk more about his death. Was it suicide or was it murder? We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Right after this quick break. So basically, we want to definitely go ahead and invite everybody to make sure you do tune in every Wednesday and Friday to Live at 5. That's right. Your boy Lolo and Shanisha Monet, they host Live at 5 every Wednesdays and Fridays on Instagram Live at Real Hot Fresh. So be sure to check them out. On Wednesdays, Lolo, he gives you some of that in the know where where he's definitely talking about current events, things that are happening, things that you really want to be in the know in. And then on Friday, what I'm saying, it's time to chill. It's time to make some margaritas. It's still summertime. Yes, COVID here, but guess what? Summer still is happening. So yeah, so definitely tune in because you never know. Lolo, he may be making you a margarita. He could tell you, a great recipe of some wraps. This past Friday, Lolo, you did some wraps, so that was really cool. So yeah, Live at 5, Instagram Live at Real Hot Fresh. Lolo, did you want to add anything real quick about your Live at 5s?
Yeah, just join Shanisha Monet and I on Wednesdays and Fridays at 5 o'clock on Instagram Live. You never know what to expect. I make dishes or drinks. We get into some juicy, hot on your minds, and we want people to give us their thoughts on anything that we're discussing, and we post it throughout the week so you guys can have a firsthand of what we'll be talking about. So if you want to get some questions for us prepared that we can answer for you, or if we can help with any tips or maybe some advice, even, we'd love to be able to help you out. And so, or if you guys have anything that you want me to cook up or make, or any drinks that you'd want me to make to feature on the Friday Live at 5, I'd love to concoct something. A lot of these recipes I've made for the first time and I haven't made it before, so it's kind of fun to try it out and see what happens right here
I'd like
on
Scotch and
Instagram
Ajax.
Live.
What was that, JoJo?
I like Scotch and Ajax.
Okay.
Scotch and Ajax.
Okay.
Oh wow,
I didn't stutter.
is that from the Donald Trump
Yes, it
cocktail
is. As a matter of
list?
fact, it is. You can get drunk and clean your bathtub at the same time. I multitask.
I'm a fan of
Okay.
Tide Pod myself.
Well, listen. Well, I don't know. Maybe Lolo can hook you up with it. I don't know.
I
I won't be
appreciate it.
drinking it. All right, everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on with the discussion. So once again, we are talking about Jeffrey Epstein. To filthy rich. He was definitely filthy rich. He's a billionaire. But we're gonna continue the topic. We were recently just talking about um you know was it a suicide or was it murder? I will say this. One thing that the document has that the bone that broke on his neck, it couldn't come from suicide. It could only come from another person, strangling you basically. And then also too, what was very suspicious is, during that day where he was in a cell, he had a cellmate, but the cellmate, he got released. So now the cellmate got released. Then also the same day that he was murdered, um, the staff they just happened to fall asleep. So now the staff fell asleep. And then a third thing that happened on the day that he was well murdered, suicide, allegedly, whatever, is that the cameras became faulty. So my
What?
thing, right? So you know
Really?
what I'm saying? So yeah,
Oh,
really,
okay.
like facts,
That's
Okay.
convenient.
Right.
Okay.
right? Facts. So my thing is this right here. So so a lot of things were suspiciously happening on the day that he was murdered, suicide quotations. But I will say this. But he did have very he was very well connected. Like Lolo has said, he knew people like Bill Clinton, Trump, I think Prince Andrew, a lot of these people, they went out to his island, to do whatever what. And some of the staff, they even had said that they remember seeing Bill Clinton, at the island. Trump, he did say, oh well, I haven't talked to Epstein in the past 15 years, so me and him have fell out. So now a lot of people, stating that they fell out with him, but
Yeah, sounds about right.
it was very, very suspicious. Jojo Summers, what are your thoughts?
First of all, guilty is charged. Okay. Second off, did Marilyn Monroe commit suicide or did the Kennedys bump her off? Lee Harvey Oswald, who they said shot Kennedy, all of a sudden somebody runs into the police station and shoots him. How is somebody on suicide watch going to wind up committing suicide?
See,
Okay, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, quack, 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 quack. Yeah, it's a duck.
it's definitely a
Period. And
I live for it.
right. Troy, any thoughts? Troy? So Troy, because you know what I'm saying, Troy. I don't know if you remember, but I remember like back last year. You know what I'm saying? Always seeing like my favorite programs being cut off because of the Jeffrey Epstein trial. And during that time, I was, here we go. Who is this man? I don't care about this man. But
Hopper, who this
now, you know what I'm
man?
saying? Now I'm seeing. Say it again.
So Hopper, who this man?
Right, it was a lot of stuff. But you know what I'm saying? But like now, seeing everything that has unfolded and then learning all of the things that he did, it's really surreal to me. So yeah, so like what do you like? So what do you think? He was
All the
bumped
things
off
he
or
did.
suicide?
Do you think that it was not a suicide? Like he really killed himself? Like you don't think nobody was after him after all the shit that he did? It came out. Once things go to mainstream and people find out it was really good, people are after your ass. Like it's like nowadays, it's not the same. Everybody got access to the internet. They can see shit. Once they that's you. That's his face. He work here. He do this. That's a wrap. So yeah. To me, I don't think it was a suicide. Especially like JoJo said, how the hell you commit suicide on suicide watch? Come on,
Right.
come on. That don't make no
Yeah, and
sense.
also like in prison, I think. Yeah, no, I agree. I think in prison, especially when people, two things: when people know that you are in jail for like pedophilia or anything kid related, that's like a big no. Like people don't take that. People don't tolerate that, and
Right.
they shouldn't. And also because he was so big and large, and you have money, I think the fact that he's a white man who had a shit ton of money and a shit ton of connections. That was another reason why I'm sure he had people after him. People were on, I'm sure there was a watch list of other people in prison who maybe had connections to the outside, who maybe they were after him because maybe he knew something that could indict someone else, take someone else down. Like you had mentioned before, he was friends with Clinton, Prince Andrew, Donald Trump. So, I'm not saying anything, but anyone could have made a call and had someone from the inside take care of some business. That's all I'm saying. And that's all
Exactly.
I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say.
That part. That part. Look, that part.
and you know what? Dead people don't talk. You do know that, right? I
Oh, I
never
didn't
heard a
know
dead
that.
man talk in my life.
I never knew
Well,
that.
unless you're dropping some acid, maybe they'll come back and you think they're talking to you. But
You know
He
what?
was
But
bumped
but but
off.
but like also one thing that like really like popped in my head as well is like just knowing, kind of like I think Troy said it earlier, is just knowing that you never know what's really going on like right under your nose. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at the government and like all these people in power, like, oh, okay, but they have their own little parties and these little get-togethers, and they doing what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
You know what? Just look at the history of America. And what does that tell you? Just look
Oh,
at the history. If you're
that's
not
all.
cynical about the government,
Right.
okay, come on, you just don't know what's going on. You just don't. you might want to bury your head in the sand, or you just naive. Anybody not cynical, I'm not even trying to trust. Okay, I don't believe anything the government says. Not a damn thing.
Very true. That's true. Well, everybody, we definitely want to know your thoughts. You still have time to hit us up. You know, you can leave your comments at Facebook Real Hot Fresh or YouTube /RHF. This has been a really jam packed show. I had a really great time. We definitely do have 10 ways you know you ghetto. We're gonna close it out with that. But before we do, once again, remember we are still looking for the real hot fresh or the next real hot fresh host. Tonight we do have JoJo Summers and we also had Spinks. I believe she got knocked off. And also, everybody, definitely want to apologize in advance for any lagging or pixelation or anything, you know what I'm saying, that like you may be seeing on our end. You know, this is a virtual platform. So, you know what I'm saying, we're still working with it. This is our third show with the virtual platform. So, everybody, don't give up on us. Just work with us, okay?
Did you say pixelation?
Yeah, pixelation.
Is
Yeah.
that when they give you that needle in the penis? Is that what that is? That sounds like what that meant. Pixelation? Is that what that is?
That might be a part of it.
Well, count me out. Count me out. It ain't happening, Captain.
Okay. So I definitely want to thank my co-host Troy Weeks Music and Lolo, and also tonight's guest host JoJo Summers. Now listen, JoJo, before we go and before you go, you definitely gotta let everybody know why you should be the next real hot fresh host. So you listen, you listen. This is your chance to shine. So make it good. Why should you be the next real hot fresh host?
Well, I feel certainly hot and fresh in my hot apartment with all these mosquitoes flying around. It's like I said, it's I'm in the media. I'm a writer. I'm an actor. I'm a comic. I love this. I can certainly communicate and articulate myself. I always keep abreast of the news, and whatever happens, happens. It's all good. But if I do come on it, I promise you, I will set it on fire because I keep it 100 and I don't care about your feelings.
Oh wow, well he said that.
He said
Hey, I mean, you know, he don't come on my feelings. Listen, I might cry. You know, I mean,
I didn't mean your feelings. You're good Southern boy. I care with that big accent. I care about your feelings. I don't care about the masses of people's feelings. I just don't.
And there you go.
I love people, but I never get emotionally involved because you can't tell the truth when you're emotionally involved.
That's true. All right, everybody.
You can't.
You heard it.
It's true.
Yeah, you heard it from your boy JoJo Summers. So definitely, if you appreciated him, let us know. If you did not, let us know as well. You can hit us up at Real Hot Fresh on Instagram and DM us, and let me know your thoughts. All right, real quick, everybody. Just let you know, all of the talent out there. Just let you know that we would love to have you on the show. So be sure to be our Real Hot Fresh guest. That's right. We take everybody under the spectrum of entertainment, whether you're a chef or an author or artist. Who cares? Listen, you got a story. We want to hear it. So definitely go ahead and send us your bio, picture of yourself, along with your social media to the email listed right here. And let's go ahead and get you on the show. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead and give you that good old interview. So definitely go ahead and hit us up, people. Also, definitely be sure to hit up your Real Hot Fresh host, myself, Lolo, Troy Weeks Music, and of course, Shanisha Monet. Hit us up on our personal Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? We would definitely love to hear your thoughts about us or the show, or you know what I'm saying? Just let us know either way. And also, everybody, also listen. We are definitely here. We want to continue to make the show better and greater and all those good things for you. So guess what? Support us. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I know we're in a pandemic, but guess what? We all, you know what I'm saying, need some help. So definitely, you know, if you want to show us any love, any support, you can definitely hit us on a cash app right there. That's right. Forever Live Young. You know what I'm saying? And we would definitely, you know, because we definitely want to keep going up the ladder, making things a lot greater and better for our listeners. Cool beans. Once again, thank you so much to my host Lolo and Troy Weeks Music, and thank you so much to guest co-host tonight Spinks and also JoJo Summers. But
thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and you're very welcome. But listen, don't go anywhere yet. Because right now we're gonna go ahead and get into 10 ways you know you ghetto.
10 ways.
And then we added
only 10. Only 10. Have you seen black people?
Listen,
We'll give you another 10 next week.
What?
Wait, don't do that.
Only 10?
Wait a minute. Wait, okay. Look, disclaimer. Listen, these ghettos are not geared towards any race. All races are ghetto. Okay, so just to let you know. Wait a minute.
Yeah, okay, you cleaned that one up real good. Okay, I ain't mad at
Did
you.
I clean it up? Hey,
Yeah, you
what's
cleaned it
that
up.
nice?
You cleaned it. You nice. You politically correct. I'm not.
All right, y'all. Here we go. 10 ways you know you ghetto. And look, now everything wanna start crashing. Okay, here we go. All right, number one. You might be beyond ghetto if a man buy you a drink and you and your 3 girlfriends share it. Now, that's really sad. Can y'all imagine that? 3 girls on
Come
one
on.
Yeah, I
drink?
can imagine it.
That's too many pussies.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
y'all got too many pussies together. Y'all can't get more than one drink.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
that.
man. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's tacky.
And you use a crazy straw too? That's real ugly.
Ah. Number 2, you may have a problem if your OBGYN has a fly swatter ready every time you visit. Now,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is it you or
Christ.
the place? It could just be the place.
you said what?
Is it the girl or the place? Sometimes the place could just be checked.
A fly swatter and a can of Lysol. You know that's a
The
problem.
place has it. Okay. Listen, Troy, the place has it. Somebody might be a little dirty. You know. All right, number 3. Wait, hold on. This thing keeps messing up, y'all. Here we go. Number 3. You know you ghetto if a man offers to buy you a drink in exchange for a sexual favor and you actually consider it.
That's not ghetto. That's
Well,
You know
it's
what?
good practice. I
That's
mean,
not
martinis are
necessarily
expensive.
ghetto.
No,
But if he offers you to buy you a bag of Skittles to have sex with you and you say, yeah, that's kind of ghetto.
let me tell you something.
You got to get a drink
I'm
with
gonna
it.
need for
You got to get an Arizona.
okay.
Skittles in the drink.
Maybe some
Oh my
mozzarella
God, number-
sticks.
Oh,
Listen, those
Okay.
mozzarella sticks with some
You know
with that
what?
good ranch.
I'll have some sex with you for some mozzarella sticks. Okay? Let's keep it 100.
Exactly.
Is you serious?
Don't forget the ranch. Keep that guy.
I'll do it for some
Okay.
Taco Bell.
Raise that bar. Number four. Stop having grown-up conversations about relationships with your 7-year-old. I hate that. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus
Like
Christ.
they be sitting there. I mean, these parents talking to their children like, "Well, do you think he's cute? Do you think he like me? Like, are you serious? Come on now, y'all gotta stop doing it to
Yeah,
kids."
and especially if you on the bus on your cell phone. That's tacky.
Oh,
That's tacky.
Oh,
Don't be
good.
talking to Pookie.
that ain't good.
How about your private business?
Right. Number 5, it might be time to call it quits on the new man if all your friends are wondering why you are dating outside of your species. Now listen. Why his eyes like going in? Listen. That's bad. Number 6. I'm sorry. I know somebody who got eyes on the side of the face. Anyway, number 6. You know you ghetto if you're on the house party app and you've gotten so drunk during happy hour that you are now quoting scriptures. Ain't nobody trying to hear no Bible verses on, you know what I'm saying, in the house party app. Listen.
Unless it's the Book of Hennessy, which you can quote from the Book of
There you
Hennessy.
go.
My favorite.
I ain't never been on that spot, so I don't know.
Number 7, it may be a sign of the times if while unwrapping gifts at your baby shower, all the items are Clorox sprays, sanitizer, hand soaps, and rubbing alcohol. Now listen, what is going on with the rubbing alcohol? Can people stop? But I mean, I need my rubbing alcohol. I can't even find that anymore.
But guess what? You can find it. It's just $8 for a bottle. So you give me some gifts.
They're using rubbing alcohol to disinfect their penis from getting that shot.
You're gonna need it.
Get that needle out. What's this?
Okay. Number 8. Why are you in Target in the self-checkout line pretending like you're scanning all of your items?
Alrighty now.
I'm done with y'all. Number 9, you're in the club, you drank too much, the room is spinning, you just vomited in a plant in the corner. Why are you still trying to order a drink? Now listen.
Oh my God.
They're gonna kick you out.
Because
You're not past go back to $200. You're done.
Gotta know when to say no. Gotta know when to stop.
It's not cute.
Sorry about that, guys. That won't happen again.
Didn't you throw up your suede shoes?
Number 10. You know you real hood if you want the damaged historic statues to be replaced with all your cousins and them who also find shootouts and drive-bys. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, if you're out here, surviving shootouts, you have to do this protect you of yourself. Don't y'all think so?
Can I ask you?
I'm just saying.
Are you ghetto if,
if
you're doing drive-bys on a bicycle? Does that make you ghetto?
That is so hood.
Everybody ain't got
so hood.
But they've got guns.
That's what they're doing with these rival bikes in Harlem. They need to get rid of them.
Right.
These jokers is riding them like they're theirs.
Yep.
You know, the car. It's not your car.
It's not.
That is.
Same way this.
Thank you so much for keeping it.
I think we should have 11. If you know you get it. I think we should have 11 reasons.
We
I got one last
that was the
one.
bonus. That was the bonus. Thank you for keeping it really hot all summer long. Thank you so much, JoJo Summer, for guest hosting.
Thank you.
Everybody, we'll be here next week, and you know what I'm saying. Once again, every week we're trying to get this on platform more and more precise. So just bear with us. Until then, remember, stay fly, not high. Bye.
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 Peace.